pen to paper. Let's do it. Before, and it finished off on me. I was using the Wi-Fi on the hotel, so that. Now, I am not at all a professional at painting. I do it for my mental health when I travel or when life just gets too much for me at home and I just need to click off. So I use painting as a bit of a mental health gauge, and so in this photo I can see a little bit of so I use painting as a good way to just click off and not think about anything, to be honest. It's really good for me. So let's go down. Let's go down, down, down to Funky Town. Okay, yep. And I do sing while I'm painting. Not because I'm a good singer, just because I like to hum. And I've just been watching Tomorrowland Winter. So I am really, really ramped up from watching Tomorrowland. Actually, you know what? I probably should have made this smaller. But anyway, that's all right. Here we are. Whoops. Straight line, Dora, straight line. We just got sidetracked. Whoops, whoops. It'll fix up. It'll fix up. Don't worry. We'll fix it up. We will fix it up. Okay, how are we doing on the bottom? It's bigger at the bottom. See, it's bigger at the bottom. So if you're watching this on the rerun, hey guys, how you going? Or hi mum, how are ya? Just doing a paint for breakfast. I just finished my breakfast and I thought I'd do a paint session. Why not? Why not? Kind of looks a bit blacky, so we're going to put a little bit of black in this now. Black, 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 black. Because we're trying to accentuate from the bottom. So ever since I stayed in this room, that's not kind of... I have been going out onto the deck going, you know what, that'll be really nice to paint one day. Don't know why the paint's not staying there. It's a bit weird. It's weird. This is the last page of the book. Maybe it's a little bit waxy or something. I don't know. It's weird. All right. See down the bottom there, you can see a little bit of a step. So we're going to do that little step there. Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of wax or something on this end page and the paint is not sticking to it very well. But we're not going to be deterred, guys. We are not deterred. We are not going to let that deter us today. So technically this is going to be my last day in this hotel. I'm probably going to come back to this hotel at the end of my stay in Bali because I really like this place. It's really, as you see, it's very, well, just I feel really, really inspired here, to be honest. All right, that's what we've got so far, guys. I was planning to do it smaller, but yeah, anyway, that's all right. I might even do another one later on this afternoon because I can, right? I can. All right, now we're going to do the little archy thing and then the little bit of the extra door. So, all right, let's start the top. There's a fair bit of that up there, so let's go. Hi, how you going? We're just painting this archway, or this door, and the view. Oh, shivers, I probably needed to be a little bit higher arch. I'm painting this. I'm just trying to do that little archway, and I didn't do too much of it. I needed it to be a little bit more of an arch. So let's try to improvise a little bit more and make that, there we go, that's better. Now, I'm not a professional, guys. I'm just doing this for my mental health. It's a good thing to do when you're traveling, as a different memento of a trip. That's all going to be black up there, so that's how I can disguise my mess. Are you good at painting? I'm not horrible, but I'm not amazing. I'm not, this is not going to go in the Louvre or anything like that. I'll show you some other pictures in a second. Let me just finish this. So otherwise I will... So a little bit of a kickback there. And then that goes to there. All right. Then we've got to try to do the same on that side. How do we do that? There we go. There we go. Whoops. Oh, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So we're trying to do the archway. Okay. And that goes all the way down to the bottom. So I'm in Bali at the moment on a holiday. I'm Australian, if you haven't noticed with my accent. I'm left-handed. Don't hold that against me. I walked past this hotel and I was like, oh my gosh, this place is amazing. The architecture is amazing. And I just felt really inspired. And I thought, you know what, if I come stay here, I'd love to sit on the balcony and paint. Let me show you a view from the balcony without showing you the balcony, okay? Because I'm sitting down right trying to paint. All right, so now if we colour that all in, because you can't see there? That's the doorway, right? It looked black. Oh, thank you. Give me a couple of seconds and I'll show you the picture of the balcony, okay, that I painted. I have on my long form videos, guys, you will see the last video I uploaded, so like a 10-minute video. I went to a temple, or if you just go straight to the end of the video, you'll see the picture I painted. So obviously when I was backpacking in South, and they nicknamed me Dora because I always have a backpack. And my backpack is there with all the mess. And I have, brownish hair and I always have it in a pigtail. So, in a backpack. So they said, you know what? You look like Dora. So I started referring to myself as Dora the Explorer in my Facebook posts for home. And then, basically, I'd say having a Dora day or, Dora adventure. And before you know it, I'm nicknamed Dora. So when I started a YouTube channel, I thought I would call myself Dora. My real name is Mutiara. So I'm actually half Indonesian. I'm not a, I will show you my face. It's just that I'm painting, guys. But, you know, you don't technically need to see my face right this minute because we're painting. We are painting. We are painting. We're painting that. Hey, Miss M. I am taking a break from YouTube for a few days. Just wanted to pop in and say, hey, hey. Oh, well, 4 days. Have, you know, day of silence that day, and I had a complete day of no social media. It was so good for me mentally. So, in time, enjoy your time off. Look after you, Em. I'm painting for my mental health right now. I was doing a live before and it cut out, so hopefully Debbie Sue comes back and she can see what we're started to do. I was telling a friend this morning from home about, you know, how it has been so good for me mentally because I've really enjoyed painting. Okay, that's what we've got so far. Same, but different, right? And I was saying to her, let me have some cup of tea, right? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. No surprise, this is what I look like. That's what I wanted to do when I walked in here. I went, oh my God, this place is beautiful. I want to sit on the balcony and I want to paint. So we're doing the best of both worlds at the moment. We're sitting here inside the room, got aircon going on our back because it's really hot. And then we get to paint this view. While we drink a cup of tea. How grateful am I? All right, so let's now, we've got done the black and the dark kind of colour. You can come back and fix that later. So let's kind of clean the brush a little bit. So clean the brush, you put like that, you dab it, and we're trying to wet, not, we want to dry it a little bit. All right, now what are we going to do now? I think we're going to do the floor, that little back bit and that little section there, right? Hey, my friend from Singapore, how are you? Do you like my room that I'm paying for $22? Look at that view. Look at that view. It's so pretty. Let me show you. Have you seen? I don't know if you have seen my balcony. Look at this view. Look at that view, my friend from Singapore. Is that not beautiful? Is that not beautiful? Yes, I do like to draw and paint. So yesterday I did a live and I painted that. And I've painted that, I've painted that, I've painted that. I've painted lots here. It's really inspiring. So I wanted to paint. So we're just setting it up to paint this section here. So it's kind of like trying to get my portions right. It's not half, but it's just less than half. So we're probably about there. So we're going to need like a grey. So we need to make grey. So grey is white. White. It's hard to make grey just because the black will be very dominating. So you just get a little bit of black, but you need a bit of black to make it, otherwise it's going to be white, right? There we go, that should be right. It's going to be very wet though. We don't want it wet. So we're just trying to do that top bit there, okay? It is very relaxing. That's why I do it. It's for my mental health. Like, I think we should do, more things that are really good for our mental health. I tend to, when I go traveling, I paint. So, you know how I went to Sydney about a month ago or 2 months ago? In this book, I'll show you. Actually, I can't really show you. I've got some paint sessions from when I was in Sydney. So I filled up a few books already, not on this trip, but like last year I went to Samoa and to Europe, and I had some great paint sessions in Europe. Oh my gosh, I was so inspired in Europe. Okay, that is that top bit. Now we're just going to add a little bit of black, just to define it a little bit, because there's a little bit of a step. Give it a little bit of, there we go. There we go. And then we have more grey. So let's get rid of the black. More grey. And then it's starting to see a little bit of pink. Can you see the bit of pink in there? Yeah, so it's kind of... What if we add a bit of pink into it? Here we go, let's go. We're going to add a bit of pink. Let's see if that changes what it looks like, the colour. Okay, let's see what happens. Maybe a little bit more pink. More pink. There we go. Let's dab that a little bit. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of pink in there. Makes it a little bit more... See, can you see the pink coming through? Hey, my friend. You're back. I thought you said you were going. But thank you for coming back. Where are you from? Goods Dragon. It's an interesting name. Goods Dragon. All right. So we've just done that little bit. So we've just done that top little lip there. I'm going to add a bit of black again, just ever so slightly, just to define it a little bit. Okay, now we've got more grey. I probably need to make a little bit more of this kind of colour here. It's getting a little bit more pinky though, so it's okay. So then we've got a little bit more of this here. Let me put a bit of black in it too to make it a little bit darker. Because it's all starting to look the same, right? See how it's looking the same? It's not supposed to be the same. That's all right, it's all right. It's all right, it's all right. It doesn't have to be exact, right? This is the whole thing, right? It doesn't have to be exact. If you wanted it exact, well, you just take a photo, right? And that's not the point. All right, now we're going to do the pink. That is definitely pink. So then we can just use pink, right? Dry that a little bit. All right, so now we're doing pink. I find it so therapeutic, guys. I don't know if you get this, but like it's so therapeutic. All right, now we're going to do the little crossy things, okay? Why am I not famous? Who knows? Share me with your friends. All right, we've got one more cup of tea. Let's have a bit of a cup of tea. Show you who I look like. Hi, I'm Dora. A bit of story time. I'm half Indonesian. If you can't see, I've got Asian eyes. So I was born in Australia, but to an Australian dad, my mother is Indonesian. So, yeah, I'm Indonesian. I'm half and half, but I'm Australian born, right? So I don't have an Indonesian passport. I could get an Indonesian passport. I don't know what the value of having an Indonesian passport is, to be honest. You're gorgeous. Thank you. I'm gorgeous. All right, so let's back to the painting. So now we're doing the little crossy bits, okay? Like that. Now, keeping in mind, we're starting to run out of room, Dora. You kind of didn't do your proportions. I think I maybe did these too big. See, I haven't left the room for the bottom. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Just paint. Just paint. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, really, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 halves, a little bit. So how can we fit that in? So let's see how we can do this. Okay, we're just gonna. You know what? Just do it, Dora. If you miss some of them, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't have to be exact, right? If you wanted that to be exact, I would have just taken a photo and not painted it, right? So let's just do it. Don't beat yourself up, Dora. Let's just do it. Do it. Do it. I see a bit of an orange ting to this too. So let's put a bit of orange and make it a little bit of a different colour. Because I see a little bit of orange coming through, guys. So let's just add a little bit of, yep, there we go. It's not so pink now. Yes, it is actually. Yes, thank you for recognising that. But I guess I'm just used to holding the phone. I'm going to be honest. I do a lot of live streaming, so stay tuned. In the afternoon, I do a live stream from the beach. I take you on a beach walk, and we go and hang out by the beach. So if you're interested in seeing, the sunset in Bali, subscribe. I do post long form videos too. My latest long form video is about a paint session I did from a temple. I don't just do all paint sessions, guys. There's actually there's a video, and we saw orangutans. So check that out. That was last year when I came to Indonesia with my mum. I went to where my mum's from. So yeah, if you'd like to support my channel by checking out some of my videos, it would be very helpful. It's always nice when, new people check out my video. Only sometimes. Hey, hey, Deb, how you going? You going? Do you like snakes? Oh, I'm going to say my respect for probably went too small now. That's all right. We're improvising, guys. We're improvising. We're putting more than that's actually there. It's buffing. Why is it buffing? I come back. Now it's better. Oh, okay, cool. All right, I'm back. All right, we got our proportions a little wrong, guys, but that's all right. As in, like, we got our proportions right here, but I did too long, the lines too much. See those lines up there? I did too many of them, so now I don't have enough room for the bottom. But that's all right. It doesn't matter. Like I said, if we wanted a picture, the exact copy, we would have taken a photo. So we're not taking a photo, we are painting. So now we're just going to do the bottom. Oh. We'll just do that there then. I think that's too dry. Okay, then we're going to do a bit of pink for the bottom there. I really love painting on these lives. I think it's fun to do. Just talks, we talk stories and it's, just talks about a process. There we go. We can come back later on and put some grey on top because see how it's got grey on top? All right, that's what we have so far, guys. Same, different. No, Debbie Sue's not here. She hasn't come back. So I lost her in that first live stream. So that's all right. I'll take a photo. So what I do, I took a photo on my finish and I tag some of the people. So I will tag Debbie Sue. Now, let's just, hopefully that dries. Actually, while we let that dry, let's just fix up the outside. And we got the little, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's fix up the outside. I kind of went a bit wonky over here. And I'm probably going wonky because I'm holding the phone, right? Because if I wasn't holding the phone, I'd probably have a little bit more balance. But that's all right. I don't care. I like, showing you guys my lives while I paint. I just think, if I can encourage you guys to have a crack too. Like I said, I'm not amazing, but, I have a crack. And I think that's what I'm trying to show you guys is persistence on, and then also, the more you paint, the better you get at it. Like, I've got quite a few books now of my paint sessions, and you can see that I'm, slowly getting a little bit better. You know, I'm not great at painting trees and bushes and flowers and leaves, but I'm getting a little bit better. And that's what encouraged me here to stay here, because I thought there's so many trees and plants, so it might be really good for me to practice. I think I'm using the last page of this book. I think for some reason it might be a bit waxy on this side because the paint doesn't seem to be staying right down the bottom here very easily. That looks a bit better. She was decorating. Yes, I know. She told me about that she was doing that. I was watching Tomorrowland, mate. I was dancing, watching Dimitri Vegas while she was doing her live. I'd love a cupcake. I love cupcakes. I mean, I don't eat a lot of them, but... All right, so we're done that side. We're just going to fix up this bottom bit here. Okay. Oops. You know what? We're just going to make that go that way and paint that in. There we go. We're improvising. We're improvising. I'd actually like to paint this again, guys, and make that smaller. Because I've done a few paintings where I've actually done them again and see if I can perfect them a little bit better. Just a bit of a challenge. Now, I was going to go, what's today? Saturday. Today's Saturday. I was going to go catch the local bus today and go on a little adventure. But I'm actually going to be coming back to Bali. I'm flying out of Bali anyway, so I'm going to be back here. So there's no rush. And you know what? In my life in Australia, I'm rushing from this place to that place, to work, to exercise, to, you know, meet up with my mum, to meet up with a friend, to go to Pilates, to work, to other work, to this work, to that work, to do a YouTube video, to do this. I'm sick of rushing, guys. So, you know what? If I want to sit in my room and paint 2 pictures today, I fucking will. I don't care. And, you know, I'm paying $22 a night. It doesn't matter. You know, my mental health has really taken a kick in the last couple of months just because of living in the caravan. And, you know, so I'm just, you know, this trip has been well aligned. You know, obviously I didn't think it would be, well, I should have known better, right, that it'd be so stressful. You know, the house reno, I mean, not I'm doing the reno, but like, you know, living out of the house and living in the caravan. I really didn't, you know, and on my mental health and like just living in a caravan, everything takes a lot more time. So my physical health has been affected too. Like I don't have enough time to walk in the morning as I normally do. So yeah, I can't wait to go home. And I'm going to be honest, I'm quite homesick, guys. Diego's been doing some like FaceTimes with me and showing me the progress of the house, and I feel really disconnected from the house. You know, I really want to see the process. That's why I wanted to go home. And I was literally going to be home. I was going to fly out on Tuesday night, but Diego said to me, he goes, there's actually no reason to fly home because, you know, you can't actually get into the house. And the house, you know, the floors are getting sanded, so you won't actually be able to get in the house. So like, crap. So like, what would I go home just to hang out in the bloody camper van? I mean, look, I don't hate the camper van. It's been a fun experience, but at the same time, it was taking a bit of a toll on me. So here I am. I decided to stay longer. I booked the flight yesterday. When I say we booked the flight, I said Diego did because I tried for about 2 hours, no joke. I went and had breakfast across the road at a new local place that I love. I might take you there later on, guys. Actually, I think I took you there the other day and I stopped the live because I wanted to eat food. But it's my new local and oh my God, it's so tasty. All right, there we go. So we'll fix the outside. Now it's time to let that dry a little bit and we need to do the middle section. I've got another 2 weeks, Nicholas. I've been here for 2 weeks and I've got another 2 weeks. Actually, guys, I'm going to quickly go to the toilet, so I'm not taking you with me. I'll let you look at this. There's not hardly anyone there anyway, so let you look at that. So I'm just going to have a Panadol and some water. As I said, I'm a little hungover, a little dusty from last night. So I am popping 2 Panadol. I should actually. As I said, I'm leaving tomorrow, so I need to empty out my fridge. So we've eaten most of the things now. I've got 1 bit of cheese left, which I'll have for breakfast tomorrow, but I've got this drink. I'm wanting some of this. This is really good for you. I love this stuff. It's really good. Because, as I said, I'm starting to feel a little sicker. It's like eat, pray, love. Yeah, I guess so. Because I've been eating. This is like my praying, and I love it. Oh my gosh, that's good. That is so good. I need to, obviously I've got half of it left, so that's good. All right, that's probably dry now. Yes, I know the movie. It's a good movie. So let's clean that off. We don't need the brown anymore. Oh yeah, we kind of need the brown. We need to, I don't think we're going to do the house, guys. That's just too hard. I mean, I could do the house. It's white though. White is really hard for me to do because it's a white background. So we're going to pretend that that's not there. We're going to do trees. Now this is where I need to start practicing because I'm not wonderful at trees. So there's 2 things we can do here. We can do the branches first and then do the leaves on top, or we do the leaves first and then the branches. I don't know. What are we going to do? Yeah, that's what we've got, mate. That's the drink I have. I love that stuff. I'm obsessed with that stuff. So I carried that with me from my last hotel. My bag was very heavy. Okay, stop talking. Let's just paint. Just paint. It's $8 here. Yeah. I can't remember how much I paid. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, because I'm left-handed, I've got to make sure I need to start up here, because if I start down here, then I'm going to drag my paint around. So let's just start on the top corner, and we're going to do this guy up here. So we're going to just do around here. Okay. We're going to start with green. Let's just go. Don't think about it, Dora. Just do. Just do. Okay, probably needed a little bit. It's a bit wet. So leaves are always different colours, right? So just trying to do different colour leaves. I always like to put a bit of green, bit of blue in the flowers too. Do 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 do. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Do 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 do. Okay, this is where I get frustrated, because I really struggle doing trees. I really do. I struggle and it pisses me off, but this is why I need to persevere, right? Just persevere through it. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but, I'm just doing it, right? Just looks like little bits of blob. Doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. It's my little bits of blob, right? Right? It's my little bits of blob. It doesn't matter, Dora. It doesn't matter. Just paint. I mean, if we were all good at everything, well, where would our life be? Everyone would be one-upping another, So there's a fair bit of green. I just need to do lots of green, right? And then join them all together. It's pretty much what I need to do. Don't overthink it, Dora. Just paint. So we're doing the frangipanis, guys. If you're watching this on a replay, they are frangipanis. That is what we're trying to paint right now. Frangipanis. Well, we're going to do the leaves. I'm not painting anything that's over there. I'm just kind of doing it in my head, right? And then we somehow have to do like little branches to branch it all together. I'm singing a song that I heard from Dimitri Vegas this morning. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Do 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 do. Oh, you know what? This morning on Dimitri Vegas is bringing back a James Bond dance song. Oh my gosh, it's really good. He premiered it on the live this morning. It was amazing. Really good. Do, 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 do. And then we've got to do some branches. I'm not great at branches. I'm probably better at leaves than branches. So we really got to do kind of go all through there, right? Though in this middle section, there's a lot of like nothingness, as in like branches. So let's go a bit up. It's starting to look a bit yellow, the leaves. So we might even put a bit of yellow leaves kind of thing. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Da, na, 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 da. This does not look too bad. I mean, it doesn't look like frangipanis yet. I want to paint the frangipani flowers in there too. I'm trying to make it more yellow now, guys. Trying to change it to yellow tones. So good, thank you. I try, right? And what I was saying to my friend this morning, right, that when I paint, it's also like, it's bringing me closer to my dad, right? My dad was a fabulous painter, fabulous. I'd love to see his interpretation of doing this, right? He was a really, really good painter. And I think he'd be very proud of me for getting back into painting. When I was younger, he was always proud of stuff I would do. I did a lot of copies of comics and stuff like that. Remember Rem and Stimpy? I did a picture of theirs one time for my art class, and it was a really good picture. My dad was so proud of me. He was like, "Holy shit, you're really good at copying." So, but of course, I finished school, and then boys took over. I played a lot of tennis, and I just didn't do any painting. So, I think my dad would be really, really proud that I'm back painting, and I'm using it as a medium when I travel. Like, I had such a good time painting in Paris. I would go to cafes and have cups of tea, and then turn into wine, and I just had so much fun. So much fun. And just me, myself, and I, right? I mean, not a lot of people can, go to a cafe by themselves, or they want to, they don't want to. Like, they're just like, oh, I'm not going by myself. But I don't mind. I honestly don't mind going to cafes by myself. I actually find it a little bit, I actually don't mind it. I mean, obviously, I've just spent, 10 days with Paul. And, it's different when you spend time with other people. You can't do what you want. Not that he was slowing me down, but didn't do a huge lot of painting when Paul was around. I think I did one painting because I was busy doing things with him, right? When you're painting, it's... So that's why I think sometimes it's nice to travel by yourself. When you travel, you sit and journal in your diary. Yeah, that's always a fun thing to do. And another thing I like to do is postcard write in cafes to myself. Okay, this is what so far. If you squint, it's the same, right? Squint, it's the same. Same, different, guys. Same. You're like, next, how are you going to make that look like it is, all joined up? Oh, I don't know. No idea. Does it matter? Just do it. I sit in Singapore a few weeks ago by myself and worked for hours. I didn't care. I was on my own. Yeah, exactly. I find it very empowering myself. That's why I actually really, really like traveling by myself. Obviously, Jazz was going to be coming on this trip with me. I mean, if Jazz was here, I'd still do my own thing, right? Like I'd catch up with her, just like I did with Paul. We catched up and did a few things together, but then, we did our own thing. I think that's really important when you're traveling, is to still do your own thing. Otherwise, you get a little bit, resentful. I'll be honest, Mum, I'm talking to you, Mum. Like my mum doesn't like me going off and doing my own thing. But like last year when I was traveling, when I went to my mum's place, I had to like say, Mum, hey, I'm an adult. I've got to go. I need my own space. Because my mum always thinks I'm like, 5. So, but I'm my own person and I like to, do my thing. I understand the safety thing. I get that. That's why my mum was like, oh, you can't go anywhere by yourself. I'm like, yeah, I can, Mum. I have to. There was an option that I could go to Indonesia, to where my mum stays. Where my mum's house is. But I decided not to. Just personally, it's not easy dealing with my mum's family. I'm going to be honest. Dealing with family in general is never easy. And I hate to say that, guys. It's really sad of me to say that. But they don't make it easy for me. They make me feel like shit because I'm a Westerner and I have money. And when I say I have money, it's not like I have a shitload of money. I'm not a fucking millionaire or anything like that. But I've got way more money than they do. And they just constantly ask me for money. And like, if I give one person money, then I have to give the other person money. Because like they'll go, oh, you gave your auntie a better dress. What's for me? I'm like, for fuck's sake. Like, that's what they do. They make me feel like shit so that I don't even actually want to go. And like, I'll get messages from my cousins saying, oh, can you buy me a laptop? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I'm just going to buy you a laptop. So, and my mum, she's like a cash cow. Like, my mum is a pensioner in Australia and she is sending money home to Indonesia all the time. All the time. There's always something going on. No one's got money for this. And look, I get it. Life is very fucking hard in Indonesia. And it's very, it sounds really sad of me to say those kind of things. Like, I really just don't want to go and deal with it. But, they make me feel like absolute garbage. I go there and all they care about is ripping me off. Like, they use me to do things like, they'll get me a driver or something like that, and then they'll put their cut on top of it. And so, it's openly, they're just like using me. And I get it because that's how they make money. But the aunt that does that, she's a bitch. She's an absolute bitch. And if she's watching this, good, I don't care. She used to be my favourite aunt because she came to Australia a few times. She actually came to Australia to find a boyfriend. Of course, no one fucking wanted her. The last time I went to Indonesia, not the last time, a couple of times ago I went to Indonesia, she's like, oh, can you help me pay for my wedding? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm going to pay for your wedding. No. And she didn't, like, she got married and the guys left her. Like, as if I'm going to pay for your wedding. Like, what the fuck? Who am I? Fucking Hugh Hefner? I mean, I know that's a bad example. But my friend goes through the same thing. My father goes through it too. I go through it with my Filipino cleaning lady. Oh, yeah, okay, yep, you get it. But it's like the example when I go to the beach, guys. You know how I get a massage from that lady at the beach? As soon as I say yes to one person, the rest of the people can't start coming, right? I'm like, getting massage, everyone wants to massage you. Or they go, oh, but you bought a bracelet from her, you need to buy a bracelet from me. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's so fucking hard. And like, where's your heart? You kind of think, well, Dora, fuck, you live in a first world country. You were lucky that, your dad, married your mum. Imagine if my dad had knocked my mum up and my mum had to go back to Indonesia. I would have been born in Indonesia looking like, how I look. I would have stood out like a sore thumb, but I would have been Indonesian. I probably would have had to fucking, marry some white ass old person just to get out of the country. So I kind of get the fact that, women use sex to get out of a situation. Like we were talking yesterday, Nicholas, about your Colombian girlfriend trying to use you to stay in the country. I kind of get it. All right. Less is more. Let's link this up. We probably do need to do a few more. I'm going to do those palms there. There's some palms there. Palm trees or something. I don't know. We're just going to ad lib and add a few more in there just to fill that space. And we're going to put them down there too, right? Because you can see the palms in there. So how are we going to do that? We're just going to ever so lightly. Doesn't really. This looks a little silly, but anyway, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. She sued you? Oh, crap. Oh, okay, that's not good. For a de facto relationship kind of thing? Is that what she sued you for? Okay. All right. Now we have to put off. What we've got to do now is we're going to link it. We have to do the branches. Now this is where I'm not amazing at it. She did not sue me. Oh, okay. She wanted to. Okay, right, yeah. Oh, look, I don't know. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. All right, concentrate, Dora. There's a whole lot of tree kind of stuff in the middle there, so let's do that. Let's do that first. Oh, Debbie Sue, you missed out on a really good paint session, mate. I've really enjoyed this paint session. Thanks for hanging around with me, Nicholas. Appreciate it. You obviously don't have to hang around with me. You know that. You know that I would talk to myself. And, I've had a few random people drop in. Met some interesting people. Oh, she was sussing. Okay, I saw red stewing. You know how when I'm reading, I kind of do my lives. I kind of just sometimes don't actually read. I just kind of think what I see. Might make that a bit bigger. I was going to go to the market today and get some salak. The market will be closed now though. But I just kind of also figured I don't want to buy too much stuff because I'm going to go traveling tomorrow, so I don't want to be carrying crap load of stuff. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We're doing it. Hey, she has a place in Kedron. Okay. The Colombian girlfriend, or cleaner. Actually, you know what? This hasn't been bad. As I said, I sometimes say that, I can't do things, but I actually can do things. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're painting. We're painting trees. I'm actually surprised. Do you need a cleaner? Nah. Why clean when I can clean my own place? I'm not great at cleaning, but I'm a cheap ass, right? Why would I pay someone to clean my house? Just clean it myself. If you haven't kind of gathered, Nicholas, I'm not saying that I'm poor. Fucking hell. I'm wealthy in my own right, but, I don't see the need to pay for a cleaner. Like, I have this friend that she's unemployed, and because she used to work in Bahrain, she had a cleaner, right? So when she's in Australia, she expects a cleaner. And she doesn't have a fucking job, and she still has a cleaner. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you have a cleaner when, you actually don't have a job? Clean your own fucking house. Sorry, but some people when they're really, really busy, I get it. I live a pretty busy lifestyle, but you know what? That's on me. I am not the best cleaner, so I'm going to be honest with the new build that pretty much we've done. I'm going to have to start, coughing it up and start cleaning a little bit more. You might start seeing some dishwashing diaries with Dora. I doubt it, guys, doubt it. It's not my thing. All right. Do you think less is more sometimes? Maybe don't overdo it. Oh, we've got to do, what we haven't done? So there's a lot of Dora the cleaning lady. I'll tell you a funny story. So through COVID, I effectively lost my job, my business. I couldn't do it. I'm not going to get into why, but I ended up having to do, a friend of mine said, hey, do you want to just do this cash job? And I thought, fuck, I might as well do something since I can't do my what I do for a living. So I cleaned someone's house. Oh my God, I can't even clean my own house. And I was cleaning someone's house. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be really, really bad. But mind you, I only lasted a couple of weeks. They actually found someone else. They were using me to do a cash job kind of thing, which is fine. But then they found someone they could use through something else. So anyway, but yeah, it was very, very fucking funny. Thank God I got another job. Okay, I think I'm going to step away and stop doing this because otherwise, if I just keep on doing more of these, it's going to look a bit weird. And I keep on saying that, and I just kept on doing another stem. Okay, stop. That's enough. That is enough. All right, that is enough. I know you were joking about Dora the cleaning lady. I know. All right, now we're going to do the flowers, right? For frangipanis, we have the pink. I don't know if you can see that. There's pink ones there and there's white ones there. So let's do that. Let's clean our brush. Make sure there's no green on it. We need, well, how are we going to do white? We're going to do yellow. We're going to do yellow ones for white ones, okay? And then we're going to do pink ones. Pink on this side, right? Oh, well, let's just dry it a little bit, guys. Don't want it to get smudged. Don't want to get smudged. Well, that's right. I do write off an office too. So technically I could write off a cleaner if I wanted to, but yeah. You know what? I actually don't mind that. Look at that. Hold on, see, I'll zoom out a bit. Oh, there we go. That's better. There. Same, but different, guys. Hey, Susan. We're doing a paint session. We're just about to finish. I'm just about to paint the flowers. We have beautiful pink frangipani over here and then white over there. Pink and white. How was your, Nicholas was saying that you did cupcakes this morning, but you told me you were doing cupcakes. So how was your cupcake video live? Sorry, mate, I was dancing. I was watching my favourite DJ, Dimitri Vegas. So I was literally dancing around. Okay, start somewhere. Let's start up here. Okay, I think I need some, I haven't got any water in there, guys. Hold on. Let me just put you on that for a second. I need to put some water. Oh shit, I put some too much water. Oops. It's all right. All right. Let's just have a break and let's have another drink of this. As I said, I need to get rid of this. I've got half a litre left. So, because I'm travelling tomorrow, so I need to get rid of it. And I'm also a little bit dusty today. Susan, I had to get rid of some beers that I had in the fridge because I didn't want to be hungover tomorrow morning because I'm travelling over to some islands. Worst thing you can do forever when you're travelling is to be hungover on a travel day, especially when it involves water, stuff that. So I decided that I would sacrifice myself today and drink the beers last night. And I didn't want to carry them, right? I didn't want to carry them to the island with me. So there you go, I sacrificed myself. So hence why I have a hangover. Not proud of that, but it is what it is. And I will bring a video about it, why I'm hungover. I always say I'm going to bring out a video and I never do. I was testing some Bintang beers, some different Bintang beers. Can I just say how much I have loved doing painting? And I really, really do like, it's so weird that I really like painting on a live. I don't know why I like painting on a live. I just like it. Call me weird. I'm just going to do a bit of orange in the pink too, just to, they're not completely pink. They're a little bit kind of orangey tinged. You are such a martyr. I know. I mean, I just had to take one for the team, you know? Oh, God, I know. I progressively got drunk in my video that I filmed. And I thought last night I was actually going to try to film it and get it up all in one go. But Do you think I could coordinate that after a couple of beers? No, I couldn't coordinate that after a couple of beers. And you know, you don't post shit on YouTube just for the fun of it. You want to make it actually a little bit more entertaining. So I just thought I would reframe. Don't ever post when you're drunk. That's bad, 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 Dora. Actually, you know what? I like it, the little pink. But, you know, end of the day, I'm drinking beer. I'm testing beer out. That's my video is going to be about, trying these beers and telling you what they taste like and, you know, giving them a rating out of 10. So, you know, you had to try them, right? As I said, I'm a martyr. You know, I'm taking one for the team, man. So you don't have to do it yourself. That way, if you come to Bali, you can go, oh, that's right. Dora said that tastes like shit. Don't have that one. So I'm just doing the work for you, okay? Oh, there we go. Are you going to sign? I don't sign them because they're not going anywhere. They're just staying in my book. I put where they're from. All right, we'll put a few more over here. Okay, that's right. Now we've got the white frangipanies. Now I can't do white because obviously it's a white background. So we're going to do yellow. We are doing yellow frangipanies because they're kind of yellow. Right. Now you can tell it's a frangipani tree, right? Though, when you put yellow near green, it actually makes it look like it's green. You don't have to do too much, just a couple random flowers. All right, I think that's enough. That's enough. Step away, Dora, step away. All right, are we done? I'm going to do some blue sky. We're going to put blue sky at the top, okay, guys? Yep, and do blue sky. All right, blue sky. All right. She's done. She's done. I like it. 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 Me like it, like it, like it. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to add a little bit more down the bottom. I'm just going to add a bit of yellow. There's supposed to be trees down there, so just kind of adding in the background. Oh, that's right. I was going to do a bit of grey on the top there. That's right. One more thing. There, that looks a little bit better. There we go. Now, one last thing. We're just going to do those grey little things there. That's it. And we're done. And then we're going to say, step away, Dora, step away. Now, we don't have any grey, so we're just going to put black. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but anyway, we're just doing it. We're just doing it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be exact, right? If we wanted it to be exact, we would have just taken a photo. So we got to do like, oh, hold on. Yeah, that's working. Just a little bit of, to make it a little bit darker. There we go. There you go. Yeah, you can do it, Dora. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it if you set your heart to it. And that's what I really think painting has taught me, is just give it a go. You know, what's the worst thing that could happen? You end up with a bad painting. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a shit? I've had a ball doing this. I appreciate you guys jumping on. I've met some interesting people when I've been on the live, you know, talking to me about, you know, random stuff. You know, I could talk all day, you know that. So why not do it while I'm painting? So this could become my new thing, painting while I do a live. I do enjoy it. Yeah, that's it, done. Done, guys. Done. See? Same, but different. All right, guys, we're going to say sayonara. You didn't watch the last session of MasterChef. I used to watch it all the time. Sounds good. Okay, well, I'm going to go. Talking about food and recipes, I'm going to go across the road to my new local and have some breakfast or some lunch. And then get into something, who knows. But I'll see you again this afternoon doing my sunset live. So if you want to join. If you don't, it's all right. It's all good. See you, mate. See you, Susan. See you, Nicholas. Dora, can you give my mum? What? Dora, can you give my mum number to Susan? Yeah, okay. I will. Okay, bye. Oh, let me just hold this up, guys. Look, it's just like a mirror image, man. Mirror image. I just can't believe it. See, it's just like mirror image. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, enough playing around with it. Actually, hold on. One thing we do is we take a selfie. I will take a selfie because I'm the artist. I do a cheeky little smile. I love it. I love it. I'm really proud of that, Dora. Go fucking girl. You did it. You said you couldn't do trees. You fucking did it. You said you couldn't do leaves. You did it. I'm pretty impressed with that. All right, see you guys. Oh, that's the wrong way.